battle between good and evil. It's between every individual and themselves, between what's right is right, it's Christ, and what's wrong is wrong, that's the devil.
April 19th, 1993. Smoke fills the Texas sky. Gunshots echo. And in a matter of hours, 76 people, including women and children, are dead. But was this a tragic suicide orchestrated by a cult leader, or did the U.S. government go too far? This is the twisted story of David Koresh and the siege that changed history. Before he was David Koresh, he was Vernon Wayne Howell. Born in 1959 in Houston, Texas, his childhood was anything but normal. His father abandoned him before he was even born, and his mother, just 14 at the time, left him with his grandmother for long periods. He struggled in school due to severe dyslexia, often bullied and left out. But young Vernon had one thing: his obsession with the Bible. By his early 20s, he believed he was destined for something greater. And when he joined a small religious sect called the Branch Davidians in the 1980s, he quickly took control. With a mix of charisma, manipulation, and fear, he convinced his followers that he was the Lamb of God, the only one who could unlock the secrets of the Book of Revelation. And to prepare for the apocalypse, he stockpiled weapons and took multiple wives, including underage girls, claiming it was all God's plan. But what was really going on inside the mind of David Koresh? Experts believe he showed clear signs of narcissistic personality disorder and delusional disorder, a dangerous combination. Grandiosity, believed he was a divine prophet. Lack of empathy, took child brides, justified abuse. Manipulation, used fear and prophecy to control followers. Paranoia, convinced the government was out to get him. Koresh wasn't just a religious leader. He was a master manipulator who fed off control. His paranoia about the U.S. government fueled his stockpile of weapons. He convinced his followers that dying for him meant salvation, creating a doomsday bunker mentality. By 1993, the ATF and FBI had serious concerns about what was happening inside the compound. Reports of child abuse, illegal firearms, and a messianic leader preparing for war meant one thing: a confrontation was coming. February 28, 1993. The ATF attempts a raid. It fails. A gunfight erupts. 4 ATF agents and 6 Davidians are killed. A 51-day standoff begins. For nearly 2 months, the FBI cut off power, blasted loud music, and tried to psychologically break Koresh's followers. But instead of surrendering, Koresh dug in deeper. April 19, 1993. The FBI launches a tear gas assault. A fire erupts. The compound burns to the ground. 76 people, including 25 children, die. Here's where it gets controversial. Did the FBI force a violent ending, or was this always Koresh's final plan? The official FBI story is that the Branch Davidians set the fire themselves, possibly as a mass suicide. But some believe there's another story. Suspicious clues, FLIR footage, suggests FBI gunfire into the compound. Military-grade tear gas was used, highly flammable. Some survivors claim they were trapped by FBI tanks. Some believe the government knew the fire was coming and let it happen to cover up their own failures. Others argue that Koresh wanted to go out in flames, a twisted way to fulfill his own prophecies. The truth? Somewhere in the smoke and ash of Waco, Texas, it's still buried. Waco left a permanent scar on America. To some, David Koresh was a madman who led his followers to their doom. To others, he was a symptom of extreme government overreach. But one thing's for sure: This was a disaster on both sides. The siege of Waco fueled anti-government movements across the country. And just 2 years later, the Oklahoma City bombing, one of the worst domestic terror attacks in U.S. history, was carried out as revenge for Waco. Waco wasn't just a tragic event, it was a warning. So, what do you think? Did David Koresh plan his own fiery death, or did the FBI make a fatal mistake? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more real-life crime stories that will leave you naturally intrigued.